whole world I wait for this. I make the beat drop off.
Coming up. Hey, listen, big up, people. I finally made it back from the pub. The pub was lit today. The pub was off the chain. The pub was there was a party inside the pub. Now, if you are listen, lo and behold, what as fate would have it, there was a Benfica fan in the pub today, people. In Seattle, Washington, a Benfica fan. Where do they make those? This is what football does. Sitting in next in the booth area, watching my team just cruise up until the end, but we'll get into that. But we have to speak on Benfica, right? This is a Champions League day. It won't be an Arsenal therapy session, even though we will discuss the Arsenal, because that's the bread and butter of the channel, right? The host of the stream is an Arsenal fan. Not an Arsenal channel, but a Arsenal fan hosts the show. A Benfica fan. Don't know where they find those. I don't think I've ever been happier for a fellow fan that I didn't even know. At one glance, I'm sitting there like, bro, they're leading 3-2. Why the hell is Mourinho sending the goalkeeper up front? I'm like, this is some typical Uncle vintage Mourinho shithousery, right? Like, why is he doing this? You're leading. And then I glanced at the table, the Champions League table, and realized why he set the goalie up there. Goal difference on Marseille. Now, oh Lord, residual fallout. Ethan won't be able to play more Champions League football this season. He'd be limited to League and the French Cup and whatever, because he wasn't even registered, couldn't play in the Champions League today. Played at the week to give Mason Greenwood a rest, and they turn up today and get punched up real bad. But to send the goalie up there on the last header of the game, and the goalie, this is like Alisson making Liverpool qualify for the Champions League, like way back with a header when his father had died or something. Why the hell is the goalkeeper up there? They're leading. Uncle Moreno on his shithousery. Now they needed that goal. And man had a goalkeeper scoring on Thibaut Courtois. Now, in the goalkeepers fraternity, I am sure they have something that they laugh at each other, something that they talk about amongst themselves, that you should never let another goalkeeper score on you as another goalkeeper, right? Just like you can't, if you're a defensive player, like you can't let another defensive player make you. You have to be, strong on your feet and all them something there. But if you're a Benfica fan today on January 28th, today's the 28th, yeah? On January 28th, you remember the hell where you were. You remember what you were wearing, who was sitting next to you. You remember the color of the hair of the bartender and all them fucker there. When that type of stuff happens and you qualify for the knockout round of the Champions League in that fashion, essentially the last header of the game, Real Madrid completely falling apart. And it sets the stage for the knockout playoff rounds to be exciting, y'all. Now, this is going to feed into the English teams and the English bias. The English league is this, then that. Because if you look at the Champions League, five of the 6 English teams who have qualified for the Champions League this year have qualified in the top 8 with automatic berth. Everyone except for Newcastle. And Newcastle they were 1 goal away from beating the defending champions of Europe. To have all 6 of the Premier League teams qualified. That would have been unheard of. Then you would have 6 of 16 teams in the knockout round that were English teams. That's what? Damn near 40%, 37, 38% of the English teams. That would give the English Federation even more rounds to flex and say, yo, UEFA, we need 6 slots because all 6 of our teams qualify. Our coefficient in Europe is so good. We need to give an English team the 6 slots and get away with Carrot Almighty and Slavia Prague, who have completely shithoused, just made a mockery of the group stage of the Paphos, you know. But then you look at the teams that are eliminated, and there are some big names down there as well. Villarreal, the 35th of 36 teams. We know that they're better than that. Winless. 1 point out of 8 games. 1 draw. I don't even know who that draw was against. 7 losses. That is mad. Villarreal, Ajax, failing to qualify for the playoff. Napoli, with Scott McTominay in there. Ballon d'Or shots with Scott. PSV Eindhoven. Benfica with it in there, but Marseille, big teams, not qualifying. That is mad. But if you are a Benfica fan, tonight you are grateful. Now, going into the knockout rounds, you have teams like Inter, you know. Inter won today and could only finish 10th. So you have Real Madrid, you have Inter, you have last year defending champs. They're used to going into the playoff. Nothing new to them. You have Newcastle, Juventus, Atletico, Dortmund, Atalanta, Leverkusen, Olympiacos, Gala. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting round in the playoff. Barcelona narrowly escaped. Tottenham are the 4th best team in Europe based on league face play. Imagine that. Above Barca. This is mad. This is crazy. But the Benfica story takes the cake today. I can't lie. Big up to Bluebird. Big up to Prome. Big up to Prome. Say, get the likes up. You heard the man. He's got his wrench now. You can't tell him shit. Welcome, everyone. Big up, man. Boost. Wash. Man, I'm depressed and angry because of our loss. But man said he had a few, you know, a few wangs that he's better. Embarrassing. He should have stacked for it not to be 6-0. So when I look at the score, right, like I said, I was at the bar just floating around, enjoying life, enjoying the moment, right? Because here's the thing. The top gooners that talk about we just need to shut up and stop complaining and enjoy the journey. This is how I enjoy the journey. And I'll tell you why how I enjoyed the journey today at the pub. When I went to the pub, I'm a regular there. They know who I am. They know I'm the football fanatic in this space. I sit down there asking me, what game do I want on the TV? And I said, I'm not bothered. They said, well, the Arsenal game is going to be in the booth back there because most of the fans who come here are Arsenal fans. They have like a whole section with like 20 tables and chairs for the Arsenal, have their own TV in their own little booth. I'm like, I don't even want to go back there. I want to sit out here and see the tears and the pain of everybody else who are jockeying for positions. That's what I was on. That is a good feeling going into match day 8, last day of the Champions League, knowing that our game, my team's game, is of very little consequence. That's a part of me enjoying the journey. Me coming on here and glazing and just praising and hyping up unnecessarily is not how I enjoy the journey. It's shit like this that I did today. Just thoroughly enjoyed watching everybody else bite their nails. Well, I'm just calm and chilling and shit. You know what I mean? Big up to AJ. But back to AJ's point. You know how I feel about XG and all that, right? I think it's skewed. But, however, whenever your XG is higher than the amount of goals you scored, you've been wasteful. Right? That's absolutely wasteful because I'm looking at the stat sheet right now, y'all. Really and truly, I'm looking at the stat sheet and I see us with a 4.06 XG, but we've only scored 3 goals. So we had 4 expected goals. How do we underperform our XG versus the worst team in Europe? Worst versus first. How is it that we let these men bust net on us twice? Should be embarrassed. This is crazy. Go up against Atletico Madrid, clean sheet. Go up against Bayern Munich, the highest flowing attack in Europe at the time. 1 goal conceded. Go up against Inter away at the San Siro. 1 goal conceded. Everybody else, clean sheet. But against the worst team, the worst performing team in the competition, we concede 2 goals. Make that make sense. Who can make it make sense? Maybe Miss Melina can make it make sense. And Mel gonna come in here, troll me at the same time, but support the channel at the same time with Let's Go Raptors. Because the Knicks play the Raptors tonight, and we're taking that. We're taking them points, Mel. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give you a round of applause anyway because we love you. And thanks again for the super chat. But nah, I think we roll over. I think we roll you over because we played last night. Then again, you know what? Coming off a back-to-back, maybe the boys be tired. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure that we get. But you know, it's we're the Cup champions. You know, we already somewhat have had a good season, great season, already picking up the NBA Cup. So there's not much to worry about. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that, but I still don't want to lose, innit? Good evening. Big up social. What you telling us, man? Thoughts on the game, people. I want to know your thoughts on it. I haven't even gotten to the Arsenal game yet because I'm still in awe of what Uncle Marino did today. Now, I'm not sure has the draw happened yet? Who's gonna play who in the knockout? Not sure it has. But in the event that we get some colossal matchups between 9 and 24, I might do a Champions League watch along, y'all. You know, the next 40 days, 39, 40 days, not till March 10th is when we play another Champions League game of consequence or play another Champions League game. Earned the right to be there, by the way. So we'll enjoy it. I'm interested in a lot of these knockout games. Could we get a PSG and a Marseille? Ooh, shit, that would be nice. Big up, man. Now, I'm sure you can appreciate that late header from the Benfica goalkeeper because I don't remember against who, but Alisson had one of those the year he lost his dad that kind of pumped. Liverpool was struggling for Champions League football that year, and that was a massive goal from Alisson. So I know that the Liverpool faithful can appreciate. And big up to Pro, man. Big up to Prom again for supporting with the super sticker. 450 Icelandic. I don't even know Icelandic currency, Prom. But thank you for that, man. Find my applause button once more. But Benfica stole the show. Arsenal may be first or finish first, but the day belonged to Benfica. You know, Arsenal should be able to throw their weight around and be like, yeah, 100% win record, blah, blah, blah. But if you watched today, man, Benfica was that was madness. Big up to AFC always. Basically, we're down 1-0 in the second half. When the captain, shit. This is where the discussion is going to go, people. When Captain Hook came on, we didn't look like scoring. Now, I put Donkey Kai. Oh, excuse my manners. I put King Kai in the thumbnail for a reason. Because when I saw the lineup and I was like, oh, shit. Waffle Don can tell you. Dr. Seymour Butts can tell you. Football Rig. Who else? Latvian Gooner. Matt, the Southern Gooner, can all tell you when the lineup came out, I looked at it and I said, brace for Kai today. Now, he didn't get a brace, but based on how wasteful we were on our XG, he could have goal and an assist, so he did his thing. Kai found his level. He can't get carried away. They're the worst performing team in the competition, but they're also the only team to put 2 goals past us in the competition. You can't write this shit. The worst team scored 2 goals on Arsenal. See, this is what happens when you don't apply context, because the history books will show that they did score 2 goals. What the history books won't show is that Gabriel and Saliba didn't play. But they did score 2 goals on Arsenal Football Club, and we have to acknowledge that. Right? But Kai Havertz receives the ball on the half turn, playing as a midfielder, versus a team that's there or thereabouts his level, but he still had to execute the play. receive the ball, scan the field. No, scan the field, because you're always supposed to scan the field before you get the ball, yeah? Scan the field, receive the ball, pass. It's as simple as that. He didn't complicate shit. He made it simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. KISS, acronym that we use in the Army all the time. Just keep shit simple. Don't complicate anything. Scan the field, receive the ball, pass the ball. Play Gyökeres through. You notice that when Odegaard comes on, AFC always, it's scan the field, receive the ball, touch, 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 touch. Touch, 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 touch. Oh shit, I'm not done touching it. Let me touch it some more. Touch, 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 touch. Touch, touch. It's broken down. Recycle, start over. That took way too many goddamn touches. The defense is set now. We can't do anything. Too many damn touches. Kai Havertz, scan the field, receive the ball, pass the ball. Gyökeres is clean through. How is it? Dang, everyone else sees the play, except for the guy who plays in the middle of the park all the time. Odegaard occupies that space, or at least he should when he's on the pitch. And you want to tell me that Kai is receiving the ball on the half turn and playing Gyökeres through with ease, you know. Kai was oozing out there. But yeah, across the spaces, when I was in and out of the other rooms looking at the other teams lose, this was the consensus. Odegaard came down and slowed things down again. But he starts at Ellen Road on Saturday. He does. Even if there was a group stage, all the English teams go through, minus Newcastle. Newcastle get caught in a group, but they did well because they're not far off at social. They're not miles off of it. Like I said, a draw with they only drew with St. They were on the same amount of points as PSG. You know, the cut line is 16 with Man City. They were on 14, so they're right there. So last year, 16 was the sweet spot. This year, 16 is the sweet spot. Right, the 8th place team has 16 points. Last year was the same thing. So I think we have enough data now to say between 16 and 18 points in this group stage will be enough. Arsenal is like, nah, we're going to overachieve. We're going to excel. And we're going to get all 24. All English teams in the Euro competition making us top coefficient of the table of Germany. We get 5 places again for sure. If English teams win, we do get 6. Nah, it's 5 is the cap. But I'm saying they might have to relook at this. Because if you are UEFA, you'd be like, yeah, you know what? If you look at the top 12 teams, so Newcastle are 12, and you go to 12 and you're like, shit, 12 teams. Half of them are English teams. Maybe they deserve another slot over fucking Kazakhstan and Karat Almighty and shit. It's really and truly. As much as we hate Man United, we'd rather see Man United in the competition than Karat. Should they finish 5th or 6th? You know what I mean? We got the AFC always, man. Arsenal best comes out in the round of 16. Bayern Leverkusen. Mel, thank you so much. Thank you again for that super chat. You're far too kind. But I hope Mr. Clutch Player of the Year, Jalen Brunson, has a career night tonight against Brandon Ingram and what's the other guy named RJ Barrett and them, man. Big you up. Still, yeah. I'd like Leverkusen in the second round. You know, give me Leverkusen. You know, Sporting is 7th, you know. Rah. Yeah, give me Leverkusen. Give me Atalanta. Give me Olympiacos, Club Brugge, Gala, Monaco, carry a bag. Bodo Glimt, like Tony Clark calls them. Not sure I want to see Benfica with Mourinho and his shithousery. Gee wills, I was enjoying the game until Beyblade came on. It's universal. The book is out. Everyone can see it now. Not that I want to shit on our player. Oh, Adama Traore to West Ham. Official, number 17. Breaking news in the background, y'all. But yeah, the book is out. And the conversation has to be had. So, SB, catch. Man's them. We need to have the conversation about our captain. It's no longer an agenda. It's true. We look different without him, regardless of the competition. Big up, Mel. Yes, I'm ready for it. Ready for the Raptors and Knicks. Mateo's the captain of the ship. Captain of the ship. Mateo is a whacker. Captain of the ship. Toronto is a strong team when they're healthy. Yeah, I want you strong and healthy tonight. And that way when we drop 120 on you, yeah? Drop 120 on the Raptors. And hopefully the Raptors have 119 or less. But yeah, they are strong. Not gonna lie, the Raptors. Let me just pull up my NBA table real quick. We have a look. I am disappointed in the Knicks' start. I'm not gonna lie, and that's because I don't like us being behind Boston right now. With Tatum being injured, we shouldn't be behind Boston. I don't care if it's a close third, but we shouldn't be. We should be number one right now. I'm not gonna take anything away from Detroit still. But Toronto, y'all are way too close to us right now. One game back with some separation between us. No, we're on not even a game's back. We're on the same record, a half a game. We're one game ahead of the Cavs. So yeah, we need to win this game. For real. We're on a 3-game winning streak. You're on a 4-game winning streak. Something's gonna give tonight. And it is all love, Mel. Appreciate you so much. Can someone please tell me why Arteta refuses to play Eze in the 10 when these are only 10? Eze will cook if he's given a proper run of games in the 10. That is class. He's a baller. Calm on the ball. Drop the shoulder. Get by anyone in front of him. We just need the attack to stop being static. And he's on the pitch. I think we just have to learn how to play with Eze, or Eze has to learn his new teammate. They've been so indoctrinated by Odegaard and his safe passing and all of his running aroundness and his look busyisms that it's when someone comes on the pitch who is free flowing, like an Eze or like an Ethan, it will take time for them to adjust to it. And it seems like they are struggling with it. Got our game spot on. Yeah, man, I'm looking at carrier bag, No, not carrier bag. PSV. I'm like, nah, bro. Liverpool at home. This is Champions League nights. That man, hopefully the wind is knocked out of them, should they? Should we draw them in the next round? But no, carrier bag, man. That's the only noise that carrier bag made in this tournament was they drew with Chelsea. See, they did draw with Chelsea like 3-3 or something. Just that uncle with the vibes at the barbecue. Man, like Killer Kai was back there. Kai found his level, man. Give Kai a run out against Wigan. Even give Kai a run out against the Chelsea at the second leg. Don't have to start him, but bring Kai on in the 78th minute. He's hungry. He's at the Emirates. He don't have to worry about the booze. Any booze that the Chelsea fans give him, 60,000 of us are there to drown that out. You know what I mean? Give him a run out against Wigan. Give him a run out against Chelsea. But on Saturday at Ellen Road, give me some more Gyökeres. Top Gooners say Mourinho is washed. They said Conte is washed. Now, today is probably the best day to use Conte as an example because them, man. Chelsea was up, right? Chelsea was up 1-0. I blinked and it was 2-0 Napoli. And then I go troll some Madrid fans in the bar and I come back, it's 3-2 Chelsea. I'm like, oh my days. Big up, man. Mel getting her. Get the likes up, people. It's a late night stream. Home from the pub. Rehydrating because it was drinks galore. Some very kind people in the bar today. You buy a round for everyone and then more people come in and they buy rounds and it doesn't even get back round to you. And you done got 4 or 5 rounds. It's mad. West, yep, was this one. I was watching LB lose about 10 years in the stress watching it. Yeah, I thought it was Villa for some reason, but yeah, it was against West Brom. Allison with the header. I just wanted central play build up on the left and attacks. It happened first half. What happened in the second half? Why it stopped? Anyone have any idea on why Social George is saying it happened first half and second half? It didn't. I'm just asking for a friend. What was the fundamental change that happened on the 46th minute that slowed down our attacks? Anyone know? It's a tough one, isn't it? Because the who else was sub? Calafield? No, it wasn't Cala. There was another sub at halftime, wasn't it not? Yeah, Cala was subbed at halftime for Nkapie. I can appreciate that because we know he's not fit. Even though Nkapie played 50-something minutes the other day, we know he wasn't fit. So between the minutes between them, give him 2 or 3 more games, and our left-sided center back / our left-footed defenders, not named Lewis Skelly, should be coming back into full fitness. So I can appreciate that. Brando Bailey Joseph had his debut. Didn't really have time to do much, so I can't really say much about him. Same thing about Jesus, and the young defender coming on in the 89th minute. Hey, calm, whatever. Nani, my brother, have to work on your finishing, man. Your finishing or the lack thereof is getting out of control. Now, luckily, didn't see Declan Rice come on pitch today. Was Declan even in the squad? Nope, he was suspended. So if Declan wasn't suspended, he probably would have got minutes today. So Deckers came on and took a yellow to save himself. Calm, I can hear it. Good to see Sakana come on. Zubermendi, you need to get taken out the firing line. Saliba not even in the squad. I can hear it. Gabriel, no minutes. Okay, good. See everyone leave the pitch, which was what I said this morning essentially, right? I'll be calm. I'll be happy if we finish this game, we're getting the 3 points, customary 3 points, even a point. Not even caring about where Carriot are. Don't care. Just didn't want anyone to get injured today. My man of the match is Norgard. This guy is such a pro. Just does his job. I can't believe he doesn't come on to shore up our game. Sunderland Villa comes to mind. The United game, he wasn't even in the squad. Don't see any injuries around his name. Played 89 minutes today. So obviously he's fit. He was just not in the squad against United. Tactical manager's decisions. My manager, pick up the chat. That's good, man. No one will attack you if he's your manager. It's all good, We just have questions. But Mikhail, he got we were expecting heavy rotation tonight. We got heavy rotation because with everyone fit, with everyone fully fit tonight, we're looking at the squad and say Calafiori, Martinelli, and Gyökeres are the only short starters. Or Havertz, one or the other, not both of them. Madueke doesn't start, Eze doesn't start, Norgard, Mascara, Skelly, White, Kepa. So heavy rotation. Got it. Big up to the assembled, man. Mel said, I'm thinking of doing my own YouTube channel, but the thing is my confidence ain't so good in front of the camera. Never mind when I got attacked by the Arteta sexuals. I'm now on 33 subscribers. Well, you were about to have 34, my friend. Because I'm about to go to your channel right now. And now you have 34. You know what I mean? AFC always been supporting the channel for a long, long time. Now, AFC always, if you want to practice just being on camera speaking, I will drop the link in the chat and you can come on and we can talk. We can have a chat. That's fine. This is home. This is a family meeting. Even LFC Monster, he's part of the family. We love him. So let me know, man. Or even backstage. You know, you can drop the link and backstage or end the stream, you can enter. But yeah, more power to you, man, and go for it. Arsenal and Liverpool can't meet until the semis. So they actually have this thing, or is that based on the seeding? Because with so many damn English teams in, with so many English teams in the tournament, at some point they won't be able to avoid the domestic clash. Low key want a big dog early so these men can earn their wages. Get in the thick of things. Also, I feel for Eze, but I need to big man up. Stop pouting, brother. I don't want any. I want the easiest run to the title. The same way I'm saying that in the FA Cup. I want Wigan. I want Coventry. I want MK. I want the easiest run, bro. I don't want any of the big dogs until it's unavoidable. That's me. That's PTSD. As poor as Odegaard been, the manager doing nothing to help him. He's struggling to 10. Let him play 8 or bench him for a while. I hear that. Michael, I don't want Bodo Glimt. They won against City and Atletico in their last 2 games. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, Michael? I'm saying I don't want any of the big boys. Now, if the choice is between Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Bodo, give me that artificial turf. Give it to me. Fuck it. You know? And I think Man City went to Bodo Glimt in the group stage on match day 7 and took them lightly. Surely Arsenal get Bodo Glimt in the knockout. We're not going to go there and take them lightly. Especially the home leg will be there. So we can essentially go there and end the tie. But they do have momentum right now. So I know what you're saying. Arteta has turned Eze in a poor Iwobi. Eze quality is still there. Iwobi, I called him happy feet. He just didn't have Iwobi was never settled. He never settled down as a player. When you see someone's feet is moving the way his feet is moving, it's a reflection of what's going on up here. You know? And Iwobi was just, he epitomized the type of players that Arsenal were signing when we were going through that dead time, man. Big ups, big ups, big ups. Imagine if the manager took a fearless approach every week. We'd blow teams out. You would be seeing smiles everywhere. You'd be seeing a happy bunch of footballers, man. You wouldn't be seeing a whole bunch of nervous men take the pitch. You know, big up to the general up on the ground, Darren. 30 people locked in. Big up, welcome. Thank you for joining us. G Wills. So the way Eze play, he has to be higher, almost as a second striker. He will put a hurting on teams. Arteta will let the youth play. Arteta let the youth play. He will deliver a supreme. Just let him play. Let them cook. Let us go to Ellen Road and cook. Let's not go to Ellen Road and let Leeds think that they can actually run with us, because that crowd will push them on. Any little belief they get, let's say the game starts and they do a little bit of triangles around us and get a shot at our goal and force David Raya into a tough save. Oh, shit. They're going to be rocking. They're going to be up for it, coming on to us and all them something that. So we have to go there and kill any little belief that they have from the jump. You know what I mean? Jesus and Odegaard, elite at nothing. Football, look busy football, brother. Odegaard definitely needs to be pulled out the firing line. BBD got a hat trick of assist in that. Versus Ekitike goes again. That combo going to be important moving forward to secure UCL footy and win a trophy. But I've also heard that Frimpong came out the game with a knock. Is he injury prone before his Premier League career even starts? Because this is like his 3rd injury, isn't it? None of is proof that our coaching staff failed to do their job with the forward line. None of needs Hansi Flick. Look how Rafinha turned out. It's a good comparison. Yeah, because at least Rafinha had all the tech that you see now. He been had that. He didn't go to Barca and improve. The only thing improved when he went to Barcelona was his finishing and his decision making. 100%. I agree. Been saying that about Norgard. I haven't seen it. Now I'll respect you men's opinions on Norgard, but I don't see it. When we signed him the lead narrative around him wasn't about his footballing ability, wasn't about his tech, wasn't about his leadership or any of that. It was good business. And normally, whenever AFTV and all the big channels is leading what the signing is good at with, it was good business. He was only 8 million. He's captain of Brentford, blah, blah, blah. Made me question whether or not he was the type that really give us a lift. Like, is he better than Jorginho? I don't know. Big up to Nicholas Varvaris. Big up to you, my bro. Saying big up BBK in the chat. Love, my friend. 35. There you go, social. There you go, AFC. Always. 35. The community is communitying. AFC always been here, man, for time. Back when I was nowhere near 1,000 subs. Struggling with the streams and that. So AFC always, it was an honor to go over there and hit you with a sub, my guy. What we think of the performance? First half, fantastic. But we expected this. No one here predicted a loss or a draw. Everyone here expected Arsenal to win over first versus worst in the table. First half, flawless. Calafiori don't need to do that. Like he was trying to get booked. He was committing fouls in both boxes. But Kai did well, moving the ball quickly, keeping it simple and move the ball quickly. Like I was telling Dal yesterday or the day before when he was on, I don't subscribe to the low block thing. Low block's always been there. Just move the ball faster. Now today it wasn't a low block, but when you move the ball quickly, move the ball fast. There is no defense for the perfect pass. And today was a perfect pass from Kai Havertz to Gyökeres. Pass was so good he couldn't miss. Even Gyökeres, in bad form, couldn't miss that goal. The pass was so good. Give him more of those. Maybe there's something about a striker. You see the pass that Martinelli gave Gyökeres in the Champions League game last week. Martinelli, he likes to receive the ball a certain way as an attacking player, so he passes it to another attacking player in a certain way. Kai Havertz passed that ball to Gyökeres the same way he likes the ball passed to him. Striker to striker. I know what it's like running through with the ball, so I'll play it this way. And he played it that way. Bang. But the performance was everything that we expected, I expected. But big up to Nick. And man, please, like everyone, need us, need you, need all the help. We played terrible. We played terrible football. Now, today the football was good in the first half. We could appreciate that. But, the conversation takes a turn for the left when we look at the second half of football. We won that first half, and then we make the sub to take off Kai and bring in Odegaard. Odegaard is meant to be a better attacking creator than Kai. You come into the game at 3-1, and the only thing that changes is that we conceded a goal. You came into the game 3-1, we left the game 3-2. It's mad. Big up, my bro. Footy Banson thing. Man does not respect Magena. 19 likes. Can we get to 20? It's always been my magic number. Odegaard and Saka will not get better under this coach. He's molded them into these system players and only stay in their quadrants. No bad students, no bad teachers. Just bad teachers. Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. We can't respect Leeds too much or they will be all over us. Yeah. Go take it. Right when they start to grow in the game, be like, nope. Start pressing and pushing back. Be like, no. We're not allowing you, man. Even if you have to take a yellow, take a foul. You men are not about to build any kind of momentum. Kill that shit before it starts. I want us to get into the habit of relishing big challenges and big fixtures. I understand the PTSD. Will winning the Carabao Cup help us shake it? It will, but I think the boys know that they can beat any one of these teams in Europe. I just know that these teams with European pedigree can knock us out. There are people who are saying that because we are finishing first in the Champions League, 8 of 8, because we are first in the Premier League and we're through to the next round of the FA Cup and we got one foot in the semifinal, we are doing well. People are saying that it don't matter who we get in the knockout round. I got smoke for everybody, and I don't feel that way. Over 2 legs, Barcelona can knock us out. but Barcelona is not in the qualifier. But you know what I'm saying? Let's actually look at the names of the teams that could possibly not. PSG are in the knockout round. They can knock us out. They did it last year. They knocked out every English team that we're sitting here glazing. They are 11th. Inter can knock us out. They have European pedigree, and we just beat them. Remember last year, we beat PSG in the group stage, and they beat us when it mattered. So there are quite a few teams in the knockout that can beat us over two legs. I hear what you're saying, Jacques, but still, man, eventually throughout the tournament, you're going to get the big dogs anyway. So I don't want to call them out when I don't need to. If I can get to the final with only playing one of the big teams, so be it. Sheldon's not happy with the performance, so I'm guessing he's not happy with the captain. Agreed. Thinking that Eze needs to play higher, second striker, or above the left wing would be interesting. Yeah, I just don't want to see him in our half defending all the time. The same way I don't want to see Bukayo Saka having to track back and defend all the time. Like, you got Timber there, and he's got Saliba next to him. Trust them. So when they win the ball and turn it over, they have someone ahead to pass the ball to instead of passing it back to Raya all the time. Gives the damn defense a time to set. Big up to Gary listening for the car. Big up, man. Big up. Love for that. I knew we would concede when Jesus came on. I knew we would not score any more goals once Odegaard came on. Madness. Sadly, Frimpong went down while chasing back. Looked like he was holding his groin, so it don't look good for him. Hey, muscular, that's what, 8 weeks? 4 to 8 weeks, you know? The League Cup, winning the League Cup, it damn sure won't hurt us, you know? Nope. Just lift, win something together. You find yourself in a difficult moment in the running towards the end of the season, you have something to draw back on, isn't it? For all the love I have the ladies, I can't compare them to the men, two different realities, but salute to them, man. Big up our female Gunners, man, our warrioresses. Love them. It was really January. This January, I'm genuinely worried. I'm worried about the performance of our captain, both as the captain and as a footballer. Worried about it in the sense that the coach is not going to take him out the firing line. Not worried about it because we don't have any leaders in the team. I think Gabriel, Declan Rice, leaders in the team. But the leaders on the team aren't the captain. It's Odegaard and Saka. Does Saka really come off as a leader? He doesn't. Nice guy, nice kid, good player, but doesn't come off as a leader. So we have cover there. We have leaders in the squad, right? And then we also have him performing as a footballer. We have cover there in Eze. Just loaned out some more cover, but still there is cover there. So we can remove him from the firing line and we'll be okay. We've done it before this season. Don't have to go back very far. This game sort of leave a bad taste in the mouth going forward. You know, part of it is we could have blitzed this team 6-0, even with the team that we fielded out there. I do believe if we field the first team, we slap these men. But there is no way I would have been cool with him risking any of the big boys today. But yeah, when you've been this good in the league phase of play, especially defensively, to let the worst team score 2 goals on you, it's not a good look. You know, not when Bayern couldn't do it, not when Atletico couldn't do it. That means you were locked in then. But for this game, because we're completely through and you're up 3-1, you didn't remain professional, didn't see out the game, and it cost us a second goal. Crazy how Havertz have done more than Odegaard in a half that Odegaard has done in 4 games. Now, the carrot almighty tax will be we apply to that, and we will hear that, we will acknowledge it, but we're also not going to prop up Nottingham Forest like they weren't 17th in the table, right? They're in a relegation fight. They're not out of the woods yet. So as much as you can say it's only carry it, part of me wants to be like, I don't want to hear shit about Forest being a good team. They're shit. They're 17th for a reason. Move the ball quickly. Move the ball centrally. Play across the pitch, not just in the right side. Score 3 goals. At least we miss chances. Normally we're scrambling for one chance. Fair shout. Barca could outscore us. They could. Now, the reason why I say we could beat Barca is because of their unwillingness to play defense. I swear. They stand on the halfway line, and I could see Martinelli scoring a hat-trick against this bunch. And this is not me that Martinelli is a world beater. I watched the Barcelona game that they played against Club Brugge. They drew that game 3-3, and I swear to God, BX Gunner, every time I looked up at the screen, Club Brugge will clean through the same way Chelsea will clean through. The difference is Chelsea were able to score their 3 and shut them out. And I think we can do it because our defense is levels above Chelsea. So I think we can limit their chances, but they can't limit ours. So we will get 10 big chances against Barcelona. How many of those we put away? Questionable. But they won't get 10 big chances against us. They may get 5. So from their big chances, they get 5. How clinical are they? To put 3 away? We get 10 big chances. Are we that clinical to only put 2 when we lose the game 3-2? They outscore us, just like you said. But there are too many people dismissing that it can't happen. You see no panic today because the guys knew they would create chances. They probably missed chances because they never expected the chances to come. They were like, shit, yeah. I've said before that there's a reason why when Erling Haaland gets chances at Man City, he looks so calm on the ball because he knows he's going to get an abundance of chances. There are more coming. Versus when Gyökeres was struggling, he would snatch at chances because he doesn't know when the next chances is going to come or the next chance. And when you start snatching at your chances, you miss them most of the time. We can give smoke to anyone mentally. I just want them to be like Real Barca, feck, let's go type mentality. Yeah, and you know what? I hear that, Jock. But the thing is, once we start winning, the belief will be there. Like we won't have to second guess ourselves. We will have the trophy to look at. Like, yeah, we can beat these, man. I think the Carabao might be Guardiola's last English football. I feel so negative. We're beating them, man. You know, like how confident you were against United going into United Sheldon? That's how confident I am in a final. For some reason, I just like us in a final at Wembley. Arsenal at Wembley, like us. Because typically we aren't the better team in finals at Wembley. You remember the 05 final? Man United were all over us, bro. We were a good team, very good team, but they were all over us in that final. 2017 Chelsea, that Premier League winning Chelsea team, they were better than us. We beat them. Something about Wembley and us. I like our chances. League Cup is motivation for the next one. Underrated catalyst. Yep, kick on and go win it. You can't save Odegaard. He's so indoctrinated by Mikel. He won't change his play and go against his dad. He's like a famous star that won't be his parents that are his managers. That is deep, That is deep. Forest are shit, and we made them look good because we were shit. That's it. As simple as that. But this is what I'm saying. When I went on the domestics afterwards on the catch up. Man, let's not act like Forest they're shit, bro. The biggest highlight of Forest this season when they beat Liverpool 3-0 at Anfield, bad boy result, and they got a point from us. Before the game, Wolfie said 3-0 Arsenal. He had no fight, no belief. And then we turned up and gave him that. It's mad. I've been saying it from day one. Wanyeri is better than Nani. Not to say Nani, but he's just not smart with the ball at his feet. Don't know if he will ever get better, says G. Wills. I want him going on loan, 50 million lost. I think it was the Assembled at one time said, Sometimes Nani don't even know what way he's going. I said Nani's advantage over the defenders, they don't know which way he's going. And man was like, I don't think Nani knows which way Nani is going. Happy feet all over again, like Iwobi. His feet are moving so fast because he really doesn't know what he's doing. You know, he's not in control. I think ball to feet, Jesus is better than with Nani, better than Nani with the ball to his feet. So I don't think it's a crazy take to say Ethan is better than Nani. I don't think it's crazy at all. Please remember to like up the stream, people. Yes, we can beat anyone, but it's Mikel versus Arsenal, not Arsenal versus everyone else. I just hope that on March 22nd, like we talk about the dead clock is right a day. I just hope he doesn't get it wrong. Right? Because we can win in spite of him. Right lineup, even if he picks the wrong lineup, sometimes the cookie just crumbles your way. You have to be in a final to give yourself a chance. So you get us in the final, we give ourselves a chance, and let's roll. We lift that trophy at Wembley on March 22nd, and then you will see a different energy in the fan base. You will see a different energy. The cheers at the Emirates will echo a bit different, even if we go behind. There will be a certain level in the side. Now, who can't we beat? We just lifted a trophy. Honors and respect, Darren. Nick says, Nani's legs are so fast. Yeah, his legs are moving faster than his brain. Shithauser. Yeah, but I didn't expect anything other than a dub today. I was part of the 3-2 score is actually going to do the fan base some good, because after Forest, we were the choke jobs of the world. By the top Gunners were saying this: we always choke. But 3 days later versus Inter, we were the best team in the world, and then we were shit again against United. So had we blown these men out 6-0, you would have heard the best team in Europe is back. The fact that we conceded 2 goals will keep their feet on the ground, and they'll just calm down a bit. And hey, let's just focus on putting the 6 goals that we should have put past these men tonight. Let's put those 6 past Leeds. The statement would be louder against them than in a meaningless game versus these men. Norgard is low-key that dude. Give him a proper run out. So even BX Gunner is on the Norgard thing. You men are starting to make a compelling case for Norgard, So what's the why? Why the manager ain't been playing him? Where the bomb buckle at go? Right? Because after Zubi's howler, I know we don't went and dig up the stats on Zubi's howler. The one at the weekend against United, the one against Tottenham. He's had a few. Maybe we're talking about Odegaard being taken out the firing line. Let's give the other guard a run out, Let's see what he does. Excuse me as I try to catch up. Probe says our coaching team needs to replace along with the manager. There is no hate whatsoever. Go get offensive coach for these wingers. I can't keep blaming players for doing the wrong thing. What's the point of training? Work on your training, get your set pieces down to a science. I think that's the only thing we missed today is Declan Rice's delivery for his corner. Like Nani lost his lift there in the second half when the corners weren't even beating the first man. Maybe Norgard looked good because he was fresh and hasn't played the season. Yeah, and plus the team is shit. Right? Plus, Carrot Almighty are dog shit. They probably won't see Champions League football for a very long time, because they getting 1 point. Yeah, not winning a single game. Slavia Prague, Villarreal, Carrot Almighty, winless. One fucking less. Eintracht Frankfurt, one win, And Frankfurt, I used to go to Deutsche Bank Park and watch these men play. I don't they weren't this bad when I was in Germany. Ajax, the historic Ajax, 2 wins. Napoli, 2 wins, It's mad. Probe says, I'm telling you, a match fit Norgard is good. Not pro, but like good. I'm going to start looking at. Matter of fact, I was about to say I'm about to start looking at Norgard differently when he plays, but that's the problem. He hardly ever plays. So Norgard plays the kind of games where I go to the pub and watch, like the low pressure ones. Now, pressure game on Saturday versus Leeds, he's not gonna play that game, so I won't even get a chance to watch him. So most of the games that I suspect he's gonna get runouts in are games where we're shoring up the game, or it's a cup game of little consequence. So he should definitely get a run out against Wigan in the FA Cup. Look like a proper club with good supporters. Yeah, you know what? These outside of England, these ultras for these other clubs, like they're different. Consuming football in England and consuming football in the rest of Europe, like I did, was one of the blessings that I don't take lightly. That I was able to go to other stadiums throughout Europe when I lived in Germany and just see. Like, yeah, England, it's right out. The shit that you can take in the stadiums in Europe, you can't get into the Emirates, like the flares and shit. Like you can start a fire with, but the people of Prague trust their fans. Like the stadiums in Budapest in Hungary, like it's just a different vibe. They don't expect much trouble. He does think in Europe, and his Napoli finishing in 30th place. Yeah, you can blame that on Kevin De Bruyne being hurt. That's actually piss poor. FA Cup for Norgard. Probably he must play in that. You play him against Leeds over Zubi, you won't get in arguments for me. Like Zubi needs to, I don't want to say punish, but there's cover there, and you pull him out of the firing line. So maybe you're tired. Maybe you're conserving energy making these lazy back passes because you feel like you're tired. Okay. Have a 2-game rest. We bring this guy in. You know what I mean? Big up to the doctor. All the exciting matches today, and we were treated to No Pressure FC versus Borat FC, and these man them scored twice. Not once, but twice. They scored the amount of goals that we conceded all tournament. They scored in one game. In 90 minutes, that man did what every team in the competition couldn't do over 7 games. That tells me that Arsenal Football Club went complacent and mentally switched off. Not that Carrot Almighty was good. We switched off. And that's not a good thing. We lose. We don't lose to United if Norgard plays. Football in England, just entertainment cinema. Also, the prices make European football way more fun. Good day out and reasonable pricing. You see that damn Signal Iduna Park in Dortmund. Now, I've been to the Alliance Arena. Matter of fact, it was easier to get to from where I lived in Germany. Very easy to get to because I lived in Bavaria. So Munich was the capital of Bavaria. Easy to get to. But that fucking Signal Iduna Park, because I wanted to see if Jude Bellingham was the real deal. I wanted to see him in person, the hype when I was there. But that fucking stadium, second to none. It's a mad place. Love it. I told man, our defense is starting to look shit. Leaking goals like crazy. Late in the game too, 90 plus 4. Ricardinho and Jorginho busting our net at the Emirates. So back-to-back games, we conceded 5 goals at the Emirates. Not the defense that was better than the Chelsea. Conceding 5 goals in 2 games in all comps. It's mad. If only it were that simple. Arteta is to blame. So our boys aren't being mean enough. I need guys who want to win no matter what. How we lost the Man U on pens in the FA Cup last year bewilders me. That was one of the toughest L's I ever had to take. You know what I mean? We're down to 10 men as well, you know. It was mad. The Italian league atmosphere looks insane. I want to go to a game on it, right? You can get a chance to go to Dortmund. If you can, even that Frankfurt Stadium, that Deutsche Bank Park, it's mad. Stuttgart Stadium is pretty nice. Mercedes, I think it's called the Mercedes-Benz Arena or some shit like that. But that Signal Iduna Park in Germany, it's different. It's never seen anything like it. I forgot the name of the stadium that's in that Slavia Prague plays it. That one was in driving distance, so it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad either. Our defense crumble under pressure. And I'm not even. Were we even under pressure from fucking Carriot? You know, 3-1, 90 plus 4 minutes. I think they're just like this. Man, the game is over. We're going through. Fuck them. It is a complacent mindset. I'll agree with that. But yeah, when you look at first versus worst, you shouldn't be conceding 2 goals at home, regardless of the rotation that you put out there. But I hear it. Big up to Gianni, man. My eye. Napoli out of the Champions League. Conte out. And there is standards for you. Big up to Gianni. Calcio TV every time. I hope I see you on the Bruce Banana tomorrow, my G. But yeah, Conte, it's not a. I know you got some injuries, but yeah, man, 30 out of 36 teams. Yeah, that's long, you know. But as I look at the table, I just feel bad for Ethan that he's not going to play Champions League football this season, based on Marino's masterclass. Marino, it's mad. Also, Odegaard proved today why he shouldn't start anymore. Now, so I wonder if Canton is going to press him on this, Gianni. We'll ask Shane Guna tomorrow, because I know Shane Guna follows his pressures and the Tom Canton thing. Like, is he going to press? Look, matter of fact, you didn't even have to look at the difference between how we play when he's on the pitch and we're off the pitch. And, give me Patrick, give me Henry, and I give him 1.3 billion. Odegaard proved he should stick to me in a midwife. This is nasty, you know, Tone. Oh man. I was watching Bundesliga 2 the other day, and the atmosphere was better than the Prem. I believe you. Because we have Nuremberg FC. Because Nuremberg was like a 45-minute train ride from my house. Nuremberg at the Max Merlang Stadium. Matter of fact, it's where Arsenal started their 2022, 23 preseason, and their 23, 24 preseason. I went to both games, right? That stadium, they're in Bundesliga 2, and that stadium right there, it's a torch party as well. You know, oh, yeah, man, I fully agree with you. This guy is showing off for me now. I've only been to Charlton and Milwaukee stadiums, BBK Chipman. This is only because I lived in Germany. That's the only reason why I was able to do this stuff. You know, it's not like I flew from here, the States, over to Germany. But the thing is, the way the Germans design their stadiums, they design it for you to be able to get to every state. They design their stadiums and their airports this way. There's a subway that goes directly to the stadium and to every airport in Germany. So they're very easy to, and on game day, they increase the number of trains. So it's not 8 trains running on non-game days and 8 trains running on game days when there's 60 extra thousand people walking to the stadium. If it's an 8-day train, on game days, they make it 26. And they just run express trains to the, so you're in and out the games. So they be drunk as hell. Because, you know, and they sing. They have their currywursts, their schnitzels, and their Hefeweißbier. They go mad. My German team is Stuttgart. Yes, big them up. Big them up, man. Nice stadium. Stuttgart, nice city. It's an Air Force base there that I used to frequent all the time. Plus, up there is like the Mercedes-Benz headquarters. See some of the nicest cars you see in the world up there, man. 15 games from the league phase to be final, to the final versus 36 for the men's. Way less slanted competition. You guys are still talking about the men versus the women thing. I remember after the Villa game, Cantor was capping hard at Tony Adams, shameless and cowardly. And that's what these men they be putting up mid-season receipts, so we haven't won anything yet to take shots to try to prove a point and then get humbled very quickly, you know. I grew up in Austria for a few years. Raj, but I can see Deutsch, yeah? Look at Jacques. Mr. Cousteau speaks English, Spanish, English, French, I assume as well. And a little bit of Deutsch. It is 100%. Like, because where the army base puts you is not the most glamorous of places sometimes. And from my house in Grafenwehr, I could walk 5 minutes to the train and be anywhere in Europe within 4 hours. Because I would go to Nuremberg, which was a major hub, in 45 minutes. And from Nuremberg, you can go to Vienna, Austria, or take another train somewhere and be in Amsterdam. Where else in Austria? Where else did I go? Directly by train. Too many places, but shit, man. Yeah, I love how I can just get anywhere and everywhere. From the Hauptbahnhof, the main train station, they call them Hauptbahnhofs. Odegaard is on milk cartons. I wonder what the smug cunt has to say now. Canton is clueless. He's gonna say we're perfect 8 for 8. We're through. That's what he's gonna say, man. He's gonna say all the right things. Did anyone catch the team fraud interviewing Keon at the match today? I didn't. 28 likes. Bosh. Yeah, man. And that's why I never drove a German car until I came back. I was like, yeah, I need to get me a German car. Because the Germans love my car. I sold it to them while I was in Germany. But yeah, after I went to that damn BMW museum in Munich, I was like, yeah, I have to get me one of these. I have to get me some German engineering. Big up the Germans there, man. But big up, Nick. Big up Nicholas Varvaris. Hope I didn't fuck your name up, bro. Name is new around these parts, so big you up. I think I'm in subscribers only mode, so glad you subbed to the channel. Glad you participated in the conversation. But, it's coming up on 5 p.m. I do have to go watch the Knicks game so I can talk shit to Mel. And, let's get the rest of my afternoon sorted, people. So big up to every single one of you. I think my damn mouse just died because it's not moving anymore. But big up, people. I'm going to love you and leave you. Big you up. And look at Jesse. He does speak Deutsch. So big up, man. You speak enough of it. All right, cool. My son is more fluent than I am, but big you up, man. Are you more confident that Arsenal can do it? Win the Prem? No, not confident at all. I'm not any more confident than I was yesterday. I don't take anything away from this Carrick game. I'm gonna be completely honest. But big to the assembled Jacques Cousteau, big up to Nick, big up to AJ, the mod god, BX Gunner, my guy. Let's go root for the Knicks now and go hate on Mel. Let's go crash it on Mel. But big up to you, man. Love, people. I'm always going to tell you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.